Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're going to be talking about 8 games that are similar to Genshin Impact that you should definitely check out in 2023. Let's start with the first one on the list. Genshin Impact is one of the most popular games available thanks to its anime-inspired visuals and vast explorable open world. If you're looking to take a break from Teyvat, however, there are plenty of similar games out there. Here are 8 games like Genshin Impact to play in 2023. Genshin Impact's free-to-play available, its exciting action combat, and its ever-expanding character roster have made it one of the most popular gacha games ever since its surprise launch in 2020. The game now has a massive worldwide following and is known as one of the best mobile games out there. For those dedicated players who want to take a break from the world of Teyvat, however, there are plenty of games like Genshin Impact to enjoy. Whether it's another Hoyoverse game, a game that inspired Genshin, or an exciting single-player adventure, here are 8 games like Genshin Impact you should play in 2023. The first game on our list is Tower of Fantasy. This free-to-play MMORPG is very reminiscent of Genshin Impact with a sharp anime style, an exciting roster of characters, and gacha system in place for players who are looking to score the most powerful weapons. What sets Tower of Fantasy apart from its rival, however, is its character customization. Upon starting a new adventure in the vast world of Ida, players can create their own unique wanderer. As they explore, they'll be able to access weapons and heroes, referred to as simulacra characters, have been preserved in AI form, so once they're unlocked, your wanderer can be modified to look like them. Ultimately, Tower of Fantasy is much like Genshin Impact with some distinct systems and a sci-fi coat of paint. It's an engaging RPG with exciting action-based combat, a big world to explore, and plenty of quests to keep you busy. If you need to scratch your Genshin itch with something new, then Tower of Fantasy is a great alternative. While Genshin was the game that put Hoyoverse on the map, it was actually the successor to the action RPG Honkai Impact III, which was a sci-fi title released back in 2016 that features arcade hack-and-slash combat. Players control a team of up to 3 playable characters, known as Valkyries, and engage in missions that all involve battling various enemies in fast real-time combat. Due to its current lifespan, Honkai has even more content than Genshin to dive into, such as a single-player story, and several co-op and multiplayer modes, including raids where rare legendary weapons can be obtained. Outside of combat, there are mini-games to enjoy, and a social simulation dorm mode where players can get to know the different Valkyries and supporting characters that make up the world. If you're a big Genshin Impact fan, it's well worth checking out Honkai. The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild took the gaming world by storm when it was released in 2017 and is still one of the best Nintendo Switch games to this day. The latest of Link's adventures starts off much like the original Zelda, where players are placed in the Kingdom of Hyrule and given free rein to explore at their own pace. If you really want to, you can head straight for the final boss, or you can simply soak up the vast open world and explore the breathtaking, pun intended, environments. Genshin Impact is a game that clearly took a lot of inspiration from Breath of the Wild in its non-linear fashion, combat and exploration mechanics, and the huge world of Teyvat. If you particularly love any of those elements of Genshin, then you definitely owe it to yourself to experience Breath of the Wild.
Open your eyes.
With its sequel Tears of the Kingdom set to release later this year, there's no better time to step into Link's shoes. Another Eden is a free-to-play mobile game that plays as a side-scrolling JRPG. The game features an in-depth story that is currently made up of over 80 main chapters, and players typically progress by interacting with the various NPCs found throughout the world. Genshin players who are particularly fond of unique character moments will likely find a lot to enjoy here, as this is one of the most story-driven mobile games ever made. The game's battle system is played out in a traditional turn-based JRPG format. New party members will join protagonist Aldo throughout his adventure, and every character will gain experience and grow stronger as more enemies are defeated and the story progresses. Another Eden offers a fantastic story experience with hours of content to dive into, and the adorable anime art style should please a lot of Genshin fans. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is the latest installment in Monolith Soft's flagship JRPG franchise. Set in a world at war, two groups of young fighters belonging to opposing factions are unexpectedly thrust together and set out on a dangerous journey to uncover the true secrets of their world.
That's the way of our world.
How's that for a compelling premise? It puts a lot of heart into its characters. The core group of 6 that players will get to know on their adventure are all distinct and lovable. This is a huge time sink of a game with a big expansive world to explore and hordes of interesting enemies to battle. Aside from the story, combat is the biggest draw for the Xenoblade franchise, and with a party of 6 at your command, the MMO action-based system is as addictive as the character-switching fights in Genshin. Much like Genshin, you can spend hours in Xenoblade Chronicles 3 simply battling out on the field. This was undoubtedly one of the most exciting Switch releases of 2022, and it's well worth picking up. If graphics are a big draw for you, then you won't find many games that are as visually charming as this one. As Nioh Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch is a collaboration between developers Level 5 and animation giant Studio Ghibli. The game follows the story of a young boy called Oliver who embarks through a strange land with the hopes of bringing his mother back to life. On his journey, Oliver encounters many vibrant allies and enemies who are all brought to life in stunning cutscenes fully animated by Studio Ghibli. Gameplay-wise, Nioh Kuni is a mix of exploration and turn-based battles where Oliver can either battle himself using magical abilities or command small collectible creatures known as familiars to fight for him. Wrath of the White Witch is one of the most engaging and charming JRPGs of the last decade and is a must-play for any fan of the genre. Immortals Fenyx Rising is another game that derives a lot of inspiration from Breath of the Wild. This single-player adventure is set in a world of Greek mythology where protagonist Fenyx embarks on a quest to save their brother and defeat the evil typhoon who has escaped from the underworld. The game takes place across 7 distinct regions, all of which are inspired by a different Greek god. As Fenyx journeys through each region, they must traverse the environment in a variety of ways, including climbing, riding mounts, and flying. Combat is fast and fun with both melee and long-ranged options thanks to the various weapons Fenyx wields, which include a bow and arrow, an axe, and a sword. Overall, it doesn't reinvent the wheel, but it's a fun adventure that can keep players easily hooked from beginning to end. There's also a big emphasis on environmental puzzles in this game, so if you enjoy the puzzle elements, this could be great to play when you're taking some downtime from Teyvat. If you're looking for more of a linear story that retains a similar anime style to Genshin, then Tokyo Xanadu X Plus is a fantastic choice. This is a standalone title that comes from Neon Falcom, and it feels a lot like a streamlined version of the Persona franchise. In Tokyo Xanadu, you take control of Ko, a high schooler who is quickly wrapped up in an otherworldly adventure where he, alongside his school friends, must stop the ominous nightmare realm known as the Eclipse from taking over Tokyo. The game is split into 2 gameplay loops, dungeon crawling and free exploration. In dungeons, the player can take up to 3 characters with them that can be switched on the fly, much like in Genshin, to gain an advantage over enemies. Combat is hack and slash based and features a variety of different skills to learn and equip. Free exploration, meanwhile, is all about bonding with your party members, interacting with NPCs, and gearing up for your next dungeon run. Tokyo Xanadu features a similar combat system to Genshin and also places an emphasis on character introductions, often dedicating full chapters and side stories to specific party members. It's a great JRPG that typically goes on sale for cheap nowadays and is an underrated gem more people should pick up and play. Hey!
From violating matters regarding human evolution.
And that's it for our list of 8 games like Genshin Impact that you should play in 2023. Have you played any of these games? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more gaming content. Thanks for watching.